Our today's topic is Islam and cybercrime. Out of every 4 persons on the planet is Muslim, and they claim that Islam is a universal religion, proposes solution to all human problems of all ages. E-crimes today present one of the major challenges to law enforcement in cyberspace. Does it provide guidelines about cybersphere? Does it elucidate about cybercrimes, digital privacy, or suggest ethical boundaries to the binary world? The answer is, of course, yes, but how? The answer to the question may not be very simple, but yet needs a serious consideration to harbor cybercrimes. Electronic crimes, e-crimes. Today, the Muslims of the world are frequently using computers and its associated technologies, interact each other and societies on the net. Good and bad people are everywhere, and so on the net too. So there is a dire need to establish a code of conduct suitable to handle computer crimes which matches the Islamic Sharia law. Before appreciation to Islamic approach, let us see what cyber or e-crimes are. The computer crimes are generally defined as the crimes accomplished through special knowledge of computer technology. There are a number of computer crime laws developed all over the world by nations which differ slightly from one another. Today's challenges to e-crimes. Today we are living in a digital space in which critical data, important information, and financial statistics containing PIN codes are roaming about on the net. This data is highly prone to criminals who can use them for financial or social gains. The crimes can only be considered for punishment if they are proven on the basis of solid evidences. The process of proving a crime committed in cyberspace is a very cumbersome and complex activity. Aspects of the computer crimes. The computer crime laws under Islamic Code of Ethics would open a discussion about digital crimes from an Islamic point of view and cover digital boundaries of computer operations, data communication for information access, transactions management, and protection of economic and intellectual property, including physical, virtual, and logical security of information and protection of infrastructure and equipment. The Sharia law has ability to envelop entire spectrum of cyber domain, that is individual to organizational, national, international. The discussions in this video on these aspects are not to be considered conclusive because they have been presented just to instigate the students' thought process and search and build a broader scope of Islamic Code of Ethics to exactly define the Islamic law. They can include a number of aspects, some are described here. Protection against spying and breaking privacy, protection of intellectual binary property, legal contracting in cyberspace, getting illegal monetary benefits, defaming others and spreading rumors. In Islam, the basis of law is the Quran and Hadith called Sharia, Allah's laws which guides the humanity in all matters of life. Let us see some relevant Quranic verses and Hadiths covering these issues. Protection against spying and breaking privacy, entering into a private or confidential data without the permission of owner on PC or on the network or internet with a bad intention or just for fun is not allowed. This data may be the property of an individual organization or data of national or international interest, which can be used against humanity or spreading terror in the society. It is ordained in the Quran, O believers, do not enter houses other than your own until you have sought permission and greeted therein. In this verse, Allah ordered us that if you wanted to enter a house of others than your own, ask the owner's permission beforehand. So, from the Islamic principle, you cannot access the properties of others without their prior permission. Similarly, one cannot access others' computers directly or through the net, hacking, cracking without the permission of the owner of the binary property. The account can be information, data, family, or business, or secret ties. Again, in the Quran, it is ordained, O believers, avoid immoderate suspicion, for in some cases, suspicion is a sin. Do not spy on one another. Here Allah commands us, do not spy on one another. Therefore, from the Islamic principle, you cannot spy on the secrets of others, including those hidden or stored inside the computers. Protection of intellectual or binary property. Islam clearly and strongly directs us to protect the property of others, and snatching the property of others illegally is a big crime. Software development as intellectual property. The use of code, program, or application without owner's permission is to be taken as stealing the virtual or intellectual property of others, which is legally owned by someone else. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "It's prohibited to take the Muslim wealth without his complete permission." Getting the illegal monetary benefits, that is theft and forgery. The cyberspace is very vulnerable to financial transactions and can be exploited for illegal financial benefits. With the help of different tools and techniques, one can transfer or draw the money from an unauthorized account to own account or someone else's account without the permission of the owner of that account. Transfer of money from one account to another account, credit card payments, drawing of cash from ATM, purchasing of stores with fabricated IDs, theft of password, PIN codes from the internet for monetary benefits. These are all the cyber crimes. In these cases, theft has been conducted, but cyberspace and IT professionalism was used as tool for forgery. These tools are like using the hammer, chisel, saw, ladder, rope, or master keys to break into a house with the intent of theft. Quran said, "O believers, do not consume one another's wealth through unlawful means. Instead, do business with mutual consent." See how beautifully Quran has ordained and guided the human being. Male or female, whoever is guilty of theft, cut off their hand that was used in theft of either of them as punishment for their crime. This is exemplary punishment ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Defaming others and spreading rumors. Cyberspace is a media which can be used in a variety of manners to collect information about particular individuals, and the same can be used against them to defame and blame them in the society. Defaming can be done in a number of ways using text, images, videos, and fabricated messages with the intention of defame someone. According to Quran, one of the biggest sins is to blame false accusation against chaste women. So it is strictly prohibited. Moreover, do not criticize others' religions, otherwise, in response, they will criticize your true religion. Quran said, "Surely those who level false charges against the chaste and believing women are cursed in the world and the hereafter, and for them there is a mighty punishment." In Surah Al Hujurat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, avoid suspicion as much as possible, for suspicion in some cases is a sin, and do not spy, eavesdrop, secretly listen on each other's private conversation, nor speak ill of each other behind their backs. Spreading rumors to demoralize the Islamic community is not allowed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when news concerning peace or fear comes to them, they go about spreading it. Again in Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if a wicked person, can be a man, device or media, brings any news or information, verify it, lest you unknowingly cause harm to some people and remain repenting for what you did. To conclude over here, the internet has presented a new challenge to humanity in facilitating crimes which virtually have no boundaries and apparently have no evidence or trace. Muslims are tending to relate to and adhere to Islamic teachings which instill the fear of Allah. Hence, here I just gave a novice approach which gives a general outline of probable scope of cyber crimes and to introduce a new thought in the cyber domain which can be contradicted, discussed, elaborated and improved towards a proper legal document.